of things that's going on in the world. The world is crazy. Your man Trump got shit on nutso, just doing a bunch of fuck shit. Sorry about the sun glare. It's kind of sunny outside, even though they talking about we about to get some snow. Yeah, man. Just wanted to do a little video, man. Just about all this crazy shit, man. Him talking about taking over Gaza and sending the people other places and turning it to the French Riviera and all this nonsense. Just some more nonsensical shit that he's trying to do in his administration to you know, show people that he's serious about what he's doing, or he's really trying to, you know, rewrite history, rewrite American history, reestablish America as a colonial power or an imperial power. And it's the irony of it for me is at the same time he talk about going into Gaza and and I guess ethnic cleansing and cleaning the area, right? To me, it just seems like it's reminiscent of what they did here in America to the natives, right? So the juxtaposition is now you have this mass deportation, supposedly mass deportation to get all the immigrants out, all the um, immigrants from South America, Africa, and it's almost like they're creating these dual fronts, right? Like these dual fronts. At the same time, he's talking about going into Greenland, going into Panama. And a lot of people say, oh, man, he's just blowing smoke. He's really not going to do any of those things. He's just talking. I don't think so. I think that he really has the intention of doing a lot of things that he's talking about. I think that he really has the belief in the mandate that he can go out and really, really actuate these things. I believe that he is under the idea that he has support and backers for these imperialistic ideas, these ideas of we're big, bad, strong America, and we're gonna go into these countries and we're gonna take their shit back and all this other shit, and we're gonna, get them out of here and get this group out of here and send this group back. When in essence, no one's gonna sign up for that. I don't think that America's gonna stomach us having troops in Greenland, or us going to Panama and taking the Panama Canal, or us going into Gaza and doing Netanyahu's dirty work of exterminating and creating genocide and creating ethnic cleansing so that they can have this land, because Gaza sits on the ocean. It sits right on the ocean, right? So it would be a premium place for a resort. It's warm weather, it's tropical in a sense, right? And I believe that people think he's just bluffing. I don't think he's bluffing. I think he's really serious about planting this American flag in places and putting this fear back into people of America's power, of America's prowess. I don't think that he's bluffing. I think he's really throwing these things out there to test the waters, but in essence, he really wants to accomplish these things. He really wants to, you know, enact this imperialistic notion across the world. There's no longer this thing, like they're talking about him taking the USAD and shutting it down, right? And they consider that like the soft power, like hey, I know we're empire, but we'll give you this rice and we'll give you these medicines because we know we fucked your country up. We know we ran into your country and we ramsacked it and we did all this fuck shit and we stole your minerals and we took your best and brightest and we put a bunch of snitches here and it just destabilized your nation, right? So we're going to bring in our soft power. We're going to bring in our USAID, and they're going to come in and they're going to give you big bags of rice, and you're going to not be able to shit because the rice is going to make you constipated. And then when you get sick, we're going to give your baby drops, and we're going to stop HIV, and we're going to do all these things, which is really a ruse, right? Really just a carrot and a stick thing. And to, like, for me, the shocking part is to hear all these, geopolitical people on these news channels just admitting that, like, it's a carrot and stick thing. It's a carrot and stick thing. Like, where everybody is complicit in what's taking place on that level. Everybody is really like, hey, we understand that that's what America does and this, that, and the third, right? So I don't see where he's joking. I think by closing these places down and not providing aid to places that we've destroyed, I think it just go part and parcel with what he's trying to do. It's just him trying to reenact this manifest destiny of white America. And he's willing to partner up or help out or create environments or destabilize places that he feels as though we can go and do it. I mean, let's just look at all the capitulation that's happening with South American countries, right? They came out brashing, oh, no, we're not taking them back. You got our people in shackles and handcuffs. And then what he say? Oh, I'm putting tariffs on y'all. And if you don't return in a week, putting 50% tariffs on y'all. I'm revoking movement of all your top officials, right? Like I'm placing them in damn near home arrest. Like they can't leave the country. Their kids can't leave. They can't leave. Think about that. To just be in office for 2 weeks, right? And because you're trying to do this grandstand thing of pretty much trying to cleanse the nation of immigrants, like, so when you do that, so now you're doing it and you're making this big spectacle of it. So when these nations say, hey man, treat our people humane, because you're treating our people inhumane. And he's like, no, fuck that. I'm gonna do it my way. I'm gonna do it how I do it. And you're gonna take your people back. But they all stuck their chests out. No, you can't do that. Da, 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 da. And soon as he whipped out his retribution, as soon as he whipped out his tariffs and whipped out everything else, they all capitulated. They all was like, okay, Mr. Trump, because they realized he wasn't bluffing. He wasn't joking. He wasn't. And what the world is learning is like, this maniac is not joking. He's not playing. He's trying to reshuffle the deck. He's trying to put America whether it's a show of bullshit to placate or to make his geopolitical enemies feel like he's re-energizing and putting us back at the forefront of geopolitical strategies or geopolitical playing field, whatever his metrics is, right? He's doing it. He's literally doing it. Day by day, every day, he's trying to enact something different. Hey, we're going to do this today. We're going to do this tomorrow. We're going to do this today. We're going to do this tomorrow. And people are like, oh, well, no, he's serious. He's very serious. This is no joke. This is not a test run. This is real. And when you have a president of the United States and a press conference with another leader say, hey, we're just going to take it over, we're going to, because it's destroyed, it's a dump site now, so we're just going to push the people, hey, maybe we could put them in 2 or 3 places, we don't necessarily. So when I talk about the natives that was once here, right, that we called now illegal immigrants or illegal aliens or whatever terms y'all want to use to describe them, this is the same thing that happened to them. This is what the Andrew Jacksons and all the people prior to the Trail of Tears, this is what they enacted. This is the mindset that they had to say, hey, listen, we're going to fucking push those people down there. They live in teepees. They're not civilized. Let's just push them down there. Who's going to care? Who's going to say anything? Who's going to stop us? Right? And they turned America into their French Riviera. They turned it into the greatest empire man has ever seen, in my humble opinion. They seen a populace here, millions and millions of people here. They seen them here. They seen the living conditions. It wasn't commiserate to what Europe looked like or certain parts of Asia looked like, right? So they was like, oh, these people are savages. They don't have built up buildings. They live in teepees. They just live nomadic lifestyles. No, we need to show them how to be civilized. They didn't show them how to be civilized. They took their shit. They pushed them down further south, further as they can go, chased them into Mexico, chased them into the borders that we now know. I don't know if these countries were called Mexico, Ecuador. I don't know what they were called then. But they pushed them down in there. And now that these people have come back to their natural habitat and the universe is kind of commanding them and putting the compass in them to go back to from whence they came, right? Everybody's like, no, this is our shit now. You got black people saying, get them the fuck out of here, blah, 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 blah. Right? But this is their shit. And what you seen displayed yesterday by the president of this country is why they went through what they went through and why they're coming back. But it's crazy because he has a duality going on. He has a duality going on right now. He's currently pushing them out while also prepping the world for the genocide of the Palestinians. The further, not only are they going to be ethnic cleansed, they're going to lose their shit. I seen something one day on I think it was the BBC, right when the war had started, right when the Israeli-Gaza war had started. And it was a Jewish, it was a Jewish guy on there, and then it was a Palestinian guy on there, right? So the interviewer was talking to him and, trying to figure out what was going on. And what the guy had said to the guy, he was like, well, my family deserves this land, blah, 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 blah. The Jewish guy, the Jewish European guy. The Palestinian guy had one of the greatest mic drops I've ever seen in my life. He said, sir, he said, in order for you to visit your grandparents and their grave, you got to go back to Europe. He said, I could take my kids to a graveyard right now where they can see their 17th removed grandparent. Think about that. 17th removed grandparent. This person has to go to Europe to see his grandfather, not 17th removed, his predecessor grandfather. That was the greatest mic drop I had ever seen in my life. He literally told him, what are you talking about? This is not your land. You motherfuckers came here and took our shit and didn't want to claim it y'all's because y'all can't get along with y'all European brothers. Y'all can't get along with y'all white brothers and sisters because y'all believe in a different religion, a religion that's about hiding your eggs and keeping your shit to yourself while tricking others out of their shit and thinking that you were going to get away with it. No. So you came here to hide all your treasures and all your bullshit and then act like this was for yours based on some biblical shit that none of us really know is true or not. But for someone to say to you, hey, my 17th removed grandfather lives here in this land, that's a long fucking time. And that's proof that this is their shit. Now, I don't know if modern day Guatemalans, Ecuadorians, El Salvadorians, I don't know if they can trace their lineage back to any landmass in America, Oklahoma, Texas, wherever the fuck. I don't know. But I do know, right, that we're watching this madness take place. And where the fuck are we gonna go? Y'all think we gonna get to stay here? Y'all think they just gonna let us chill? No. They want this to be a white-only nation and have approved minorities. And I don't think we're gonna make the cut. Let's take what we're seeing serious. Let's not act like what we're seeing is this joke. Let's understand that what we're seeing is the coalescing of white supremacy globally. You have Italy, France, Germany, all seeing a rise in the far right. America is done. The far right has, not even the far right, MAGA has taken over America. We have a billionaire who's not even an American citizen, who now has control over the federal income situation to where he can see your tax returns, if you're getting a VA check, if you're getting student loans, and he can somehow manipulate the system to either hold it up or deny you outright. Like, think about that. We're watching a militarist coup. That's all based on white supremacy, Nazism, and global white supremacy. You have, I mean, think about it. The CIA is our spy, is our ghost shit, right? Is our spook division, right? They go around the world spooking people, double agents, doing whatever they're doing, undermining other countries, watching the motherfuckers we put in position to run the countries, right? A mass firing where they're offering the entire CIA an opportunity to take a fucking buyout. Why? Because they want to put white supremacists and Nazis and white nationalists in a position to take control. so that they could undermine minority communities and then lock them up and charge them with bogus charges and bunk bullshit. Another thing that I seen today, it was an article about the Army has seen the greatest recruiting numbers in the last 3 months than they've seen in the last 15 years. Who do you think that is? Those are young white boys that's going to fight young white men and women with far-right agendas, allegiances to Trump, coming in, and they're going to purge the military of minorities. And the military is going to be a Nazi SS fucking military, just like we've seen in Germany. Everybody always say, oh, the Army's going to fight them back. Da, da, da. I tell people all the time, a third of the military is far-right wing extremists. His Secretary of Defense is a fucking weekend news host of Fox News and a weekend warrior. He wasn't even a regular Army dude. He was a fucking National Guard major who was held back by his own fucking command for being a white nationalist. His own command was like, we good on you. We ain't gonna let you go do no. I mean, his job was basically security. He was just security. And they was like, nah, they didn't allow the man to go be a part of Biden's inauguration security apparatus because they know he was a white nationalist. They know. So now he's in charge of the whole entire military industrial complex, a white nationalist, a dupe, a weirdo, a nigga who wasn't even good enough to be the battalion commander, let alone the Department of the fucking Secretary of Defense. I don't think people realize what the Secretary of Defense is. That means he's in charge of every branch of the military: Navy, Army, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and Space Force. And we're looking at this like it's part of the course. It's not. That is probably the most incompetent or the most unqualified cabinet member in the history of this democracy. In the history, think about that. In the history of the democracy, this is probably the most unqualified human being to hold a cabinet position in the history of this country. And he just happens to be a white nationalist who would do anything Sir Trump says. We in some bad times, people. Bye, baby. We in some bad times. We in some bad times. Yo, I'm about to come back every day, man. What's up, Unc? My bad, y'all. I'm in the hood, so everybody gonna fucking speak to me. But I'm about to come back. There's too much going on. I've been on other people's panels, crashing out and shit. I don't want to crash out no more. I'm gonna crash out on my own panel. So, yo, this your man AC. I want to say peace to everybody who showed up. I don't got the chat up, so to the 5 or 6 people that did come holler at your boy, I appreciate y'all. Y'all stay up. I see y'all tomorrow. Peace.